Alyssa Faircloth. So we'll get you more info on Faircloth in just a moment. But now let's look at the Ole Miss starting lineup for the ball game. The home team in this one, 30-22 and 4-17 in the SEC. Leading off and catching for the Rebels, the senior Kinley Bunker with a 261 batting average. In the 2 spot over at second base will be the sophomore with a 280 average. It's Mackenzie Pickens. In the 3 spot and over at first base will be the sophomore with a 392 average. Percy Yamas. In the cleanup spot, the reigning National and SEC Freshman of the Week. It's the right fielder freshman Maddie George. 400 even average for her this season. In the 5 spot, it will be over at shortstop. It'll be the junior 360 average for her Cassie Reisner. Over in the designated player today for Ole Miss going to be in the 6th spot, the senior Taylor Roman, a 250 batting average for her. Out left field in the 7th spot, it'll be the junior Leilana Apland with a 261 batting average. Into the 8th spot, it'll be the senior third baseman over the high corner to be Ryan Starr. And with a 150 batting average, rounding out the order, going to be the center fielder senior. It'll be Taylor Malvin, a 288 batting average for her this season. And the starting pitcher for Ole Miss in the ball game will be the senior righty and Emily Boyer. So Emily Boyer will get the start today for the Rebels senior righty out of Harrisburg, South Dakota. Spent a couple of years at West Texas A&M before coming here to Oxford. Had a career record of 69 and 10 there, and a career ERA of 2.39. This season, looking what she's done for the Rebels, 4.16 ERA. She's 9 and 11 on the year. This will be her 29th appearance and 23rd start. Has had 11 complete games this year. 133 innings pitched on the season for her. 88 runs, 79 of them given up. 77 walks, 118 strikeouts. Opponents with a 249 batting average against her. She has struggled in SEC play. A 7.30 ERA for her. Has given up 68.
With your Apple Watch, you can take an ECG.
More to play for in this. That's your postseason resume. Styles in her second season with Mississippi State. This is game 108 for her in a Bulldogs uniform as that Dogs dugouts come out cheering, coming out hooting and hollering. Something that Samantha Ricketts, 7th-year head coach for Mississippi State, said she wanted to see coming into this weekend, and not just wanting to see tonight, but maintaining the same energy too on Saturday.
It's important. You don't know how much it really can change the game. I mean, the louder you are in the dugout, and also just kind of showing those Ole Miss Rebels that hey, like we're here to play, we're here to compete, and we're going to be tough to beat.
Boyer's 3-1. It's flared up the middle in the center. Caught by Malvin for out number 1. Styles is retired. That brings up Nadia Barbary, third baseman, hitting second in this state lineup, who's coming off a series win against LSU. Starkville last weekend. 5-3, 5-2, game 1 winner, but falling in the finale 5-3. Like we said, this state team on the bubble to host. Boyer misses upstairs to Barbary. Douglasville, Georgia native. 45 career doubles for Barbary. 7th in Mississippi State history. As this one's cranked back up the middle for a base hit. Barbary's 53rd hit this season, now 5 hits away from reaching 200 for her career. And there's Coach Ricketts, 7th season at Mississippi State and 7th year as a head coach. 4 NCAA tournament regionals, including the 2022 Supers. She was formerly at Oklahoma back in her playing days. Cyan Romero at the plate. Takes low and away for ball 1. It's funny reading back on Coach Ricketts' playing career. She closed her career at Oklahoma as the career home runs record holder at 48. Let's just say that's been broken since Coach Ricketts was the Sooner.
Okay,
it's been a long time since she was a Sooner.
By a lot of people, that's been surpassed. That's just the Patty Gasso way, though. Drafted by the Akron Racers, who folded back in 2017. Boyer, Division II transfer, has had her fair share of struggles in SEC play this year. Deals high. Has a ERA of 7.30 in SEC play. Transferred in from West Texas A&M, where she was the NFCA D2 National Player of the Year. Two-time D2 All-American. Misses the edge. Kennedy Bunker was about to celebrate behind home plate, and it's 3-2.
I mean, that was a phenomenal pitch. I mean, I think right now you're figuring out still the strike zone. I mean, it's, early on in the top of the first, and there's really nothing else that you can ask for her to outside of just painting the plate. Finding pitches that work.
Foul tipped by Romero, stays alive. Lyndon Baptiste behind home plate. David Irwin's at first. Emerus Addison's at third today. That's our crew all week and weekend. Full count and a runner on for the Dogs in the top half of the first. Zion Romero takes ball four. But maybe could have been strike three. Turns into ball four. And this has been the issue for Boyer and the Rebels. These free passes have just come back to haunt them every single time, especially with Boyer prone to allowing the long ball.
Yeah, I mean, early on in the game, it's the least thing that you want to do right now is give away free bases this early on in the game and allow State to get a couple of cushion runs put up on the board this early. You'd like to see her settle down a little bit, and I mean, I think, there's plenty of time left in the game for her to be able to do that.
Paige Ernstess at the plate, coming off her best SEC series against LSU. She was 4 for 9 last weekend in that series win.
Okay, 2-2.
However, Bunker is ahead, 0-2. Ernstess has recently come on for State. Started the last 13 games at first base. Enters today on a 3-game hit streak. It's a season long for her. And she takes it away.
2-2.
Hit 2 homers last weekend against LSU, Ernstess. In fact, all 3 of her homers this season have been hit since March 30th. No better time to get hot than now. Postseason looming. Still 1-2. Chilly day in Oxford. Unusually cool.
It's a little cold. It's a little cold today.
On April the 30th, as Kennedy Bunker calls time and has some words of encouragement for Boyer. That's the kind of day it is. Light jacket, need a blanket. Temperatures are just going to drop tonight. Also tomorrow, some rain in the area, but don't tell any of these head coaches that I said that. 1-2 from Boyer. 2-2. 2 on for Mississippi State, and 1-2's fouled off by Ernstess. Ole Miss's struggles inside the circle have been well documented. Their ERA is 7.69 as a team. That's highest in the SEC in league play. The conference is hitting .324 against Ole Miss pitching. That's 14th in the conference too. They just struggled inside the circle this year. Strike 3 call. Right on cue for Boyer, and a critical second out with runners on first and second base.
And that's a beautiful adjustment. It's exactly what you want to see from Boyer, especially this late into the season with, like you've said, I mean, you've got postseason play looming. This is the the exact type of adjustments that you want to make her have to make. You want to see her make these.
It's the 80th strikeout as a team for Ole Miss in league play. It's the fewest amount. And a Carter DP today fouls off the first pitch. Athens, Alabama native. Began her career at Southern Illinois in her first season at Mississippi State. Let's it be.
5-1.
Delayed strike 2 call.
2-2.
Carter in her first season, 262 hitter, 22 hits this season. She had 60 last year in her final year at SIU. Gosh, it's such an adjustment in your first year in the SEC.
Oh, it's the toughest adjustment. I mean, as a transfer myself, it was one of the toughest. It is the toughest conference. But I mean, to not have the exposure, not have the experience, it's one of the toughest things to do coming in and trying to throw against the SEC.
Chases blown away for strike 3. Mississippi State strands 2 for the top half of the first.
Hotty Toddy is our cheer. But what does it mean? It's, hey, nice to meet you. Or, good to see you, old friend. We say it to celebrate, to congratulate, and yeah, to brag. Hotty Toddy is your first day on campus. It's fall Saturdays under old oaks, and spring Friday nights under showers of fireworks. It's opportunity, growth, knowledge. It's discovering who you're meant to be in a place that will always be home, no matter how far you go. Hotty Toddy, y'all.
Walmart Express delivery comes in as fast as an hour. Matt knew. I lost my bags again. This came faster than his ride from the airport. Your friends will thank you. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new. Charlie, here. I'm here. I'll be right back. Good, Charlie. Come, sit. Let's go home. Charlie, stop. Charlie, what are you doing? Charlie, will you stop that? Charlie, are you crazy? Silly dog. No more treats for you. Sorry, where were we?
You crazy dog.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Alyssa Faircloth gets the nod for game 1 between these two in-state rivals. Junior from Northport, Alabama, coming off a 11 strikeout performance last weekend against LSU, where she was dominant.
Yeah, I mean, 11 strikeouts in a single game is about half of what you're going to see, and that's, you know, makes it a lot easier for her defense when they don't have to play much, as long as she's doing what she needs to in the circle. I mean, you're going to watch her throw in the mid-60s today and be able to throw a mix of pitches, but, you know, what's elite is her off-speed, and they're going to have to be able to, one, either acknowledge that before it gets to him, or 2, be able to lay off a bit.
Faces Kennedy Bunker first, and it's dribbled foul. Bunker, the transfer from Fresno State in her first season with Ole Miss. Spent the last 3 seasons there, helped turn the program around. Catcher hitting leadoff, a move that Jamie Traxel made about midway through conference play. Had Taylor Malvin in that spot. Opted to go with Bunker, and Bunker's kind of thrived in the spot. As the lefty hurler misses. Bunker's just piecing it together in April. She's hitting .311 this month. She was hitting just .239 on the season at the end of March.
Dang.
And Rivera behind home plate calls time. Way out in front of that.
Dang, 1-1.
That was part of your scouting report. She can mix her pitches really well.
I mean, that off speed is going to be lethal for her. I mean, it's going to be very important that these Rebels, that Ole Miss hitters here are able to, one, lay off of it, or two, be able to acknowledge it as soon as it comes out and be able to get on top of it. At least try to break away on it.
May have a pitch comm issue. And Rivera gets a new communication device. Eric Klopp, though, has been a remarkable pickup for Mississippi State. The transfer from Troy spent 2 years there. Parker waves at it for strike 3. 1 up, 1 down for Faircloth. Here's who's behind her defensively. Bernardini out left. Rassel getting the start in center field today. She's been a nice spark plug for Coach Ricketts off the bench lately, getting the first start. Sells out there too. Stiles and Romero up the middle. Barbary and Ernstus on the corners. And like we've mentioned, Rivera behind home plate.
Wawa.
Mackenzie Pickens hitting second for Ole Miss tonight. 280 hitter on the year. She too way out in front of him. What's so deceiving, you think, about the off speed?
I think one, too, I mean, she's a lefty, so, I mean, it makes it a little bit harder for them to pick up on these pitches, but she's also able to sell this pitch with her entire body. A lot of times you're looking for a mishap in the step, a little slower of the arm movement, even finger placement on the ball as it's coming out of the glove.
Those darn lefties, everything's just different out of their hand.
It really is.
Quick 1-2 to Pickens, and looks low and away. But Faircloth, too, she's a strikeout pitcher. Leads the SEC and is 7th in the nation in strikeouts this season with 211 now. Her strikeouts per 7 is first in the SEC, top 5 in the nation, just over 11. There's another back-to-back. This one looking. Pickens goes down in the 2-2 count.
I mean, I think this could be the story for her today. They're going to really have to adjust and make some solid choices here on the pitches that they choose to give all in and decide to hit, decide to swing. I mean, the hardest part is not swinging at all. Doesn't give you much of an option.
Jamie Traxel told us that today, too, that Mississippi State's going to get their strikeouts. This is an elite pitching team, Mississippi State. That's why we covered it at the top of the broadcast.
Yeah.
There's Coach Traxel. Took Ole Miss to the Women's College World Series last year. In year number 6 at Ole Miss. 16th overall year as a head coach. She told us earlier, too, that she doesn't think there will be many crooked innings in this series because of what Mississippi State does inside the circle. Their ERA is 2.23 as a team. That's 3rd in the conference, 9th in the nation. Robs Percy on the single.
There isn't one thing that makes the SEC special. There are a million different things. The students, the legends, the fans, the passions, the traditions. And when it all comes together, it just means more.
Attacks don't look like attacks. That's the point. Disguised as a trusted face, familiar voice, on team request. You see business as usual. Doppel sees through the act. Repeating patterns, connected attacks. We turn detection into disruption. Stopping strikes swiftly, evolving human resilience, and building stronger defense with every fight. Doppel, outpacing what's next in social engineering.
Built to tough it out. And to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere.
Qualified buyers get $2.9
cash on a 2026 Tundra. Offer ends May 4th.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Historically, Ole Miss leads the all-time series against Mississippi State 50-35. Jamie Traxel telling us, too, about this rivalry earlier this week. It's bragging rights, right? It's heated, it's personal. You always want to brag who's got the upper hand within the state, especially in the athletic department. You know, everyone high-five. That high-five in the hallway means a little more because you beat Mississippi State, she said, but it's Samantha Ricketts and Mississippi State who won the last 3 series. Last year they won it in Starkville. This year Ole Miss looks to get a little more revenge. But like we said at the top of the broadcast, this one means a little more outside the rivalry for postseason hopes. Emily Boyer has a tire shoe. Kiara Sells takes ball 1. Jasper, Texas native, the senior, has 20 walks, or has been hit by a pitch last 20 games. Mississippi State, their RPI is 16. DSR's 19. They've never hosted a regional before. Coach Ricketts saying that this is the one team they feel like could really do it and break through. The schedule's 10. Only loss outside the RPI top 25 was to Belmont, which Belmont right now is the best mid-major in college softball. Only SEC team with 8 quad 1 series this year, too. 2-2. Don't want to leave Ole Miss hanging, though. They've had it tough, and I mean really tough. Number 2 strength of schedule in the country, only behind Arkansas. Sells. It's this high and deep to left. The Dogs shut down first on Sells' 14th homer this season.
I mean, yeah, she absolutely waits for that ball to travel, and it's a higher pitch too, which I think, you watch Boyer struggle with a little bit here to kind of maintain that strike zone and to kind of control and go all after it. I mean, the hard part is she just about had it and barely misses over the wall.
Applin had a chance. Sells hits her 3rd homer in SEC play. Now gives way to Bernardini, the left fielder today. Coach Ricketts, too, is telling us that Sells has just been struggling lately at the plate. And if they were going to move her down the lineup, maybe take some of that pressure off. It's this Bulldogs team 28-2 in scoring first, and a lot of that has to do with their pitching. When they get leads, it's just tough to come back against. Now 1-2. I'd say Sells get moved down to the lineup so far. Coach Ricketts looks like a genius.
Yeah, arguably a solid decision.
Way out in front of it, Bernardini. Emily Boyer has her 3rd strikeout today. Good response by the pitcher inside the circle for Ole Miss.
That's a perfect response. I mean, those are the type of the adjustments that you're looking for Boyer to make. And this late into the postseason, as you're pushing to make it post, you're going to have those comebacks because the long ball is something that you're going to give up.
As for Farah, first pitch swinging. Chino, California native. Those are her numbers this season. One of just 2 Division I players without a strikeout this season. It's April 30th.
It's incredible.
You know how many things have to go right? Well, she's down in the count, 0-2 here. Boyer already has 3 strikeouts today. Do you think she thinks about it? Down on the count 0-2 like that?
Well, I mean, when you're down on the count 0-2, you're not giving them a strike, I mean, so you're wasting a pitch, which is not always what you want to do, but sometimes it's what's necessary.
Could be trouble for Ole Miss. It dips down over the net. Cassie Reeser, the shortstop. Des Rivera is on first base with a one-out single. Tricky play for the shortstop and the left fielder, Applin. It's kind of off the end of the bat here.
And hard on communication there. You know, you imagine that Applin's running in, calling her off, maybe even laying out with coverage by your center fielder behind her.
Reeser, the experienced shortstop in her first season with Ole Miss, is trying to gas Grassel. Fouls it off.
2-2.
Nothing in one to start. This is Grassel's first start of her collegiate career. Played in 39 games last year as a freshman. Had only one at bat, but scored 14 runs. She's 3 for 8 at the plate this year. Takes Lone away. And you ought to be thinking, what's Coach Ricketts thinking? Putting her at the plate with just 8 at bats this year. Well, it's because of what she did against LSU. She had RBI in the 6th inning in game 1 against the Tigers that put Mississippi State up 4-1. 1 for 2 in game 3 with a double. It's that time of year where you got to play who's hot.
Yeah, I mean, giving opportunities late in the season is not unheard of. I mean, especially with how solid their pitching staff is. I think that at this point, with their offense being what they struggle with the most, is you kind of have to give those opportunities where opportunities are due.
First base side and foul. What a snag.
That had to hurt. All right.
No, you play that off.
Soft hands.
I do this every day. Just too far off the plate for Boyer. Grassel steps back in, her 9th at bat this year. Boyer's 2-2. Cut on and missed. 4 strikeouts for Boyer, 2 since she allowed the solo home run to Sells to begin the second.
I mean, again, with that off-speed pitch just kind of on the outside corner, she really sells that. I mean, that's a great pitch. I think, you know, it could have been a little bit closer to the plate, but had it been, it could have possibly made contact.
Back to the top of the order for the Bulldogs, Morgan Stiles. Half-committed swing. Now 0 for 1 today, flew out to center field her first time up. Enters today on a 4-game hit streak. Blocked by Bunker behind home plate. Stiles steps into today with 95 hits in her career. This is year 2 for the true sophomore. Third on the team in batting average. Tied first though in hits. Her and Barbary, who's on deck right now, each have 52 apiece. That is entering today.
Hey, 1-1.
3-1. There's Barbary. Single back in the first, so she has 53 hits this year. So she breaks that tie. 3-2. 2 away. Already a 1-0 Mississippi State lead on Kiara Sells' 14th homer this year. The Dogs leader in long balls. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Boyer with 3 strikeouts in this second, and all of them after allowing the home run to Sells. Puts Mississippi State on top 1-0.
There's a bond here you won't find anywhere else, and it's for life.
Big time SEC experience in a small town y'all are gonna love.
Connecting hundreds of thousands of Bulldogs across the globe.
Preparing to be leaders in cybersecurity, meteorology, interior design, healthcare, and so much more. One visit is all it takes. Just come for a day and you'll be a bulldog for life.
Change your life. Change the world.
With this new privacy display, we decide what's private and what we share.
Cut the defense, guys.
Oh, I got you, bro. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't.
So you wonder what makes Bush's beans the best?
The star of the ads, obviously.
Well, it does start with family. For decades, our family has been cooking and canning only the best quality beans.
Bush's beans make it the best.
With Wendy's new Biggie Deals, you can snack any way you want. Because I'm not just a bag, I'm one of 3 Biggie Deals you can choose from. Shotgun. Consider me a passenger princess. A Biggie Deal for any size hunger, only at Wendy's.
Hot tub's busted. We knew our last Verbo was going to be incredible. We didn't know the hot tub was broken.
But Verbo had our backs and moved us.
Better place, better hot tub.
Got any room for Dad?
Think again, Bruce.
Yeah.
Teenagers are full of surprises. Verbo is not. If you know, you Verbo.
I think a freshman would have 3 single-season records by April 30th. It's amazing when you think about it. This young woman coming up to bat, Maddie George, has Ole Miss's home runs, total bases, and RBIs record. In 1 year, she's been on campus not even a full year, and she has 11 homers in April.
I mean, as a freshman, it's promising. It's, you know, it's something you want to see out of your freshman, and not something you see very often. You know, talking to Coach Buchanan earlier on in the season, so how much she had struggled with trying to figure out, you know, what exactly she was doing, and kind of changing a little bit of her routine and how she approaches the plate, pitches that she goes after, ones that she wants to attack. So I think she's made a fantastic adjustment here for the Ole Miss Rebels in their lineup.
Fair clock, spins it in there for strike 2. I'm sure Maddie George was a big focal point in the conversations for Mississippi State. As George chases high, strike 3. On 3 pitches, Faircloth says no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, in that rivalry right there, when you're, you know, 0-2, you're not going to get a pitch that's going to be one that you want to hit. So I'm kind of surprised to have watched her swing at that, just because she has been so aggressive at the plate.
She struck out 3 of 4 batters and begins against Reisner, 0-1. Harvest, Alabama native Cassie Reisner's having a really good month, too, at the plate, hitting .426. He's quickly down in the count, 0-2. Five pitches this inning for Faircloth, all strikes. Reisner pops up. Shallow right, and the second baseman Romero makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down, and 5 straight retire for Faircloth to begin. Brings up Taylor Roman. Taylor Roman, her second season with Ole Miss, began her career at Louisiana. 3 hitters this inning, all first pitch strikes.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see that from Faircloth. I think you'd assume that that's part of the conversation, you know, that Coach Trashel had with the girls, that, you know, you need to be aggressive, but also patient at the plate. Let a few go by, see what it looks like coming out the hand.
Faircloth against LSU in game 1 in her start, 6 2/3 innings. She struck out 11 hitters. 7 times this year she has struck out double-figure hitters. That catches the edge. By the way, that ball that she threw to Roman, her first and only ball of the inning. 1-2. Drop third strike. Rivera completes it. Faircloth threw just 1 ball that entire inning. She's retired 6 straight to begin in Oxford.
Hotty toddy is our cheer. But what does it mean? It's hey, nice to meet you. Or good to see you, old friend. We say it to celebrate, to congratulate, and yeah, to brag a little. Hotty toddy is your first day on campus. It's fall Saturdays under old oaks and spring Friday nights under showers of fireworks. It's opportunity, growth, knowledge. It's discovering who you're meant to be in a place that will always be home, no matter how far you go. Hotty toddy, y'all.
Striker is on the move. He cuts inside. He dribbles past one defender. He's heading towards the box. He shoots. Goal!
I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. When we're out together dancing, What's your name? I'm Max.
I can't see your screen. I wonder what makes Bush's beans the best. The stars, the ads, obviously. Plus, it does start with family. For decades, our family's been cooking and getting only the best quality beans. Bush's beans make it the best.
The Mississippi State team coming off a series win against LSU. That was at home. Strength of schedule is 10th in Division 1. However, they're 2-7 on the road in SEC play. So if you're Ole Miss, you've got that going for you too. The Rebels' offense has really turned things around as well. It's just their pitching that still remains inconsistent. Mississippi State's put together a really good season. They're 36-15 coming into today. They had 39 wins last year. If they sweep this series, they can tie their wins total from a year ago. Emily Boyer deals the first pitch this inning, misses. Here's Nadia Barbary, their 53rd hit of the season back in the first.
State's got a leadoff runner aboard. Nadia Barbary now 2 for 2 today.
She lofts this out to shallow left. Comes on and Reeser, the shortstop, can't get there. That's the second hit in this ballgame that Mississippi State has placed it perfectly in shallow left.
I mean, it's almost like deja vu. You just kind of watch the same thing happen, and at that point, you expect that your defense is going to make a couple of shifts. You know, at least the next few times you see these girls up to at least take away the opportunity of having a blue kind of fall right almost on the line there.
Barbary is now 2 for 2 in this ballgame. Came into today with 4 hits against Ole Miss in the previous 2 years. Now 54 hits on the year for State's leading hitter. Romero Walker last time up. 13 hits, 4 homers, 15 RBIs. 2 of her 4 homers this year are in the last 4 games. Bounces this up the middle. Bounces it right past Cassie Reisner. Back-to-back singles to begin this 3rd inning for Mississippi State.
I mean, you were watching Coach Ricketts tell her girls to kind of level up their bats and stay flat, fly through it. I mean, you're going to watch them, they're going to make contact. It's just, you know, you weren't expecting to see as much long ball, but, you know, here is where you want to see Boyer really bunker down, really, you know, hone in and attack the strike zone. Try to produce her grabbing out here at some point.
Mississippi State in conference place, hitting .223 as a team. That's near the bottom of the SEC. Show a bunt for Hurstess, who struck out looking her first time up.
Is high, and the count now 2-0 to her.
Right idea here for State.
State continues to let her try and swing away. Good count on her.
Team with 10 sack bunts this season, 10th in the conference. Now she does not offer. Takes high.
This one hit down the right field line, kind of an excuse me swing there, but
so 2-0. Emily Boyer allowed the leadoff solo home run in the second to Kiara Sells. Sells with 14 homers now this season. And a 2-0 is hit down the first baseline and foul. So 2-1.
Nobody out. Runners at first and second for State. Time called by Ernst. Right-handed batters.
But again, an offense in Mississippi State that just really hasn't shined this month. Hitting 234 as a team. They've been outscored by their opponents by 17 runs this month. They're 4-8, but they played some rough competition. Some of the best pitching teams, too, in this conference. What better weekend than the final weekend of the regular season to put it together? Check swing loop to Percy Yamas, who makes the catch at first.
I think we're seeing a lot of that from the Mississippi State hitters here. I mean, a lot of them aren't following through, and so maybe that's kind of, part of the game plan here is to not finish all the way through, which I would find wild. But I mean, some of the best ways to get on is by, some of those boulders, stringing those together and putting a little cushion on the board for your team.
One down for Anna Carter. Struck out back in the first. One of 5 strikeout victims tonight for Emily Boyer, who has 123 Ks now this year, which leads Ole Miss.
Here's
a swing and a miss, strike 2.
It's one thing Boyer has been really good at this year, striking out hitters. The walks have been an issue. Now 1-2. Boyer's had some high strikeout counts this year in games. And the long ball, allowing free passes, that's been her Achilles heel.
State trying to add on here. 1-2. Hit hard down the left field line with foul.
Runners on first and second base. This third inning got off to back-to-back singles for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we'll say where it is again, 1-2. So she's staying alive here.
Laced the other way, foul. Carter does have Mississippi State's 3rd best average in league play. Hitting .263 in the conference, 10 for 38. And looks blown away.
Now time call to circle for Boyer.
Chance for State to tack onto this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've done a great job by getting girls on and, at least utilizing, their bag play here.
State has most definitely added pressure early in this
game. Now Bunker goes out to pay a visit to Emily Boyer.
Second base has 2 singles in the ball game. Romero with her first single of the weekend just a second ago.
How special is a relationship with the catcher when you're a pitcher? I know you had a few back in the day.
It's one of the most important relationships I think that you have on the field. I mean, you obviously appreciate every one of the players that you play with, and that goes from those out on the field to on the bench too. But I think for me it was the most important relationship. She really was the only one who was able to kind of calm me down even outside of my own coaches. I allowed her to call timeout, we'll say that. I hated a timeout.
But the catcher can save you when you throw it low.
She saved me a lot.
Catch right there. That one probably would have got through in the center. Barbary would have had a chance.
Full count delivery. Back up the middle. Snag by Boyer. Throws to first. And Romero's back in time. Both base runners quickly back to the bases. What a snag by Boyer here.
And they say that POs are just POs. I mean, look at her field in her position there.
What a reach.
It really was a beautiful snag.
Some pitchers, I think, would just let that go.
I probably would.
But Boyer's got that length to it. So after beginning this inning, allowing back-to-back singles, Boyer gets back-to-back outs. And now she faces Sells, who homered against her to start the second inning. It's her 14th homer this year, which leads Mississippi State. And we mentioned Sells was But more towards the bottom of the lineup because she's been struggling offensively, and she's making her head coach look like a genius with that decision with the leadoff home run to begin the second. She was hitting .450 going into SEC play in mid-March. And she's hitting .255 since. 4-for-6 against LSU last weekend, of course, but she's been getting on base with walks, with back pitches, etc. But missing out on the long ball. 1-2.
1-1, 2-2. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 1-2. This is way down. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If you're Boyer, too, you quickly put that homer behind you.
Mississippi State.
You don't think about it when you're facing the one who homered against you right away.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you can't go out there scared, but I also enjoy watching from Boyer here is her ability to make those adjustments. You're going to make mistakes. And what you'd like to see is for her to come back and, like I've said before, attack the strike zone, kind of narrow in, and really figure out, ways to produce an out here when you've given up 2 bases.
Could not get it. Lands flat and run right over on the first base side are okay with it. The count runs now full 3-2. So they're trying to stay
This is the edge. 3-2. 50-50 call. Boyer doesn't get it. Highlight more on Sells' struggles at the plate. Coming into this game, she was 0 for 16 at the plate in her last 9 games coming into today. Payoff pitch. Down the third base line and foul. She smacked that pitch. Just foul.
3-2 again to Sells. Back to the pitcher and Boyer.
I mean, if that ball had stayed fair there, I mean, that really could have produced a couple other runs for State there. I mean, that's honestly exactly where you want to hit the ball.
Back to Boyer. Snags it and gets out of the mess. Boyer allowed back-to-back singles to begin this third. Retired the next 3 to get out of it.
I have a 1-1. And in the oven that dares to have the most range, it's just one of 15 plus cooking modes. Like air fry for healthier and crispy, no sweat. And steam bake, so the party spread is on point. When you dare to bring more flavor to the table, dare to expect more from your oven. Frigidaire.
For a life like no other, you need a card like no other. One that can elevate every trip with the largest curated global hotel program worldwide. Lands you in the quiet comfort of the largest global airport lounge network and lets you savor every bite with dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants. A card that unlocks unique experiences worldwide. For nights you'll talk about forever. There's nothing like Platinum.
In a society that tells us to fit in, I stand out. I love to stand out with how I present myself and the way I dress. TJ Maxx is changing the game for women in sports by not making us change. TJ Maxx. Maxx, what makes you, you.
Mississippi State leads.
Honey, let me see. Whoa. It disappeared. That's insane. I can't see your screen.
Rebels this season 30-22 coming into today, but 4-17 in SEC play. They've had it rough. 7 SEC series against top 25 opponents. They do have 2 series wins though in league play at number 4 Tennessee. They took down Auburn twice last weekend, but no Power 4 opponents in non-conference play. And of their 12 SEC losses, they were on the road 5 times. 2 wins, 2 were by 1 run. They had 2-1 wins against Tennessee and Knoxville. 4 of their 12 SEC losses were by 2 runs or less. 5 of the 12 were by 3 or less. It's just been one of those gauntlets, and it's unforgiving, the SEC. Jamie Traxel knows it. She's been through it. She's an experienced head coach. As Leilana Aplin leads off this third and deals a strike. 0-2. Just saw that stat too on Faircloth at the top of your screen. It's been remarkable how good she's been dealing the first pitch strike in this game. She's retired 6 straight. Off the end of the bat, and Romero takes care of Applin. But the one thing that Jamie Traxel told us earlier, and she's told us this throughout this difficult stretch, is that she's been really proud of her team for sticking with it. Because Ole Miss started SEC play with Alabama, then they went to Texas, then they had Oklahoma. I mean, then you go to Tennessee. That's a brutal 12 games. And this team just stuck through their process and not allowed the results to get to them.
I mean, I think that you kind of have to. You know, you talk to the coaching staff, and they're going to expect with a strength of schedule, you know, as hard as theirs is, that you're going to give away some games, that you're not probably going to have the season that you did last year because you didn't play half the teams that you had to play this year. I mean, and it's just truly is just a testament to how strong the SEC is and how aggressive every weekend is, how important every weekend is.
Another 0-1 count to start to an Ole Miss hitter, and now 0-2 to Ryan Starr. She's 6 for 40 at the plate this year. She's been starting at third base, though, now 22 of the last 23 games for the Rebels.
Hey,
5 Ks for Faircloth.
She's
put on the clinic right now.
She really is. I mean, you know, in between her first pitch strikes and her ability to just utilize the entire plate, it has these Ole Miss hitters completely confused. And, you know, what you'd like to see after one time through the lineup is that some of these Ole Miss offensive hitters can make some adjustments here, lay off of some of the high stuff.
Okay. 1-1.
Final season. 277 last year, average this year 280.
5 strikeouts for Faircloth. She's faced 8 Ole Miss hitters. Malvin is the 9th.
Okay. 2-2.
0-2 to Malvin. Faircloth.
Mississippi
State. And the Bulldogs 1-0
The Land of Frost Premium Lunch Meat has generous portions for an affordable price. We got help from AI. Oh, yes. Wow.
This is why we don't do artificial.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
With this new privacy display, we just have private and what we share. Oh, I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With Mounjaro, 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people lost up to 25 pounds. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your mouth, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, and before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. Get to know Mounjaro at Mounjaro.com. Ask your doctor about once weekly Mounjaro.
It's always fun when Ole Miss and Mississippi State get together. Always fun to call these games because you see it out on the floor and how much it means to both teams. But recently, on the women's side of things, you got volleyball. Mississippi State was the winner. Soccer, Mississippi State took home the cup back to Stark Vegas. Ole Miss, big-time winners over Sam Purcell and company. Coach Yo getting another win against the Dogs. Bernardini leads off, hitting 7th in Mississippi State's lineup, so 7, 8, 9 due up in this 4th inning for Mississippi State. Lone run of the game, Kiara Sells with a solo homer to start off the 2nd inning. Jay Cremata, Carly Hummel with you. Jack Robertson directing, Jim Holder producing. Getting taken care of by the best crew in the SEC tonight. A lot of energy, youthful exuberance in the ballpark today. 1-1 on the ground to third. Here's Ryan Starr. Defense is her game. That's why halfway through the year, Jamie Traxel put her there.
I mean, that's a tough play right there. It takes 3 bounces, and typically that runner's safe anyways. But I mean, I think she'd have had her throw been a little bit more on target. He always does a great job there of attacking that, making sure that it doesn't give her 2.
Tatum Silva into pitch run. Bernardini. It's one thing Coach Ricketts told us about as well. She loves the depth on this team. That includes the pitch runners she pulls off the bench, pitching staff. We're going to see a lot of defensive changes, too, throughout this weekend. Silva's the first of probably many substitutions. Here's a bouncer to short. Cassie Weaver goes to second for 1. Fires not in time. Jess Rivera is safe on the fielder's choice. Rivera now 1 for 2 today. One of the best in the conference in twisting double plays. Couldn't get Rivera there. However, they get the leading runner. Greta Grassel, in her first collegiate start to true sophomore, struck out back in the 2nd.
Here's the pitch. Halfway offered at that one, but it was a called strike.
Every inning, Emily Boyer has had traffic on the base paths. For Mississippi State, you're thinking at this point in the game, they've left 5 runners on base. And it's a 1-0 game. Their lone hit, again, the solo homer by Sells.
I think Boyer's done a great job of making some adjustments.
This is crushed out to right center, but Melvin makes the catch. Rivera back to first base. Mema, you were saying she's done great with runners on base.
She has. I think you've watched her struggle throughout this season and not do that as well. I mean, it's hard to say that you kind of find your valley here, this late into the season, but no better time than now as, like we've talked about with postseason around the corner.
SEC tournament starts next week. And we saw last year what that could do for a team in Ole Miss. Well, you talk to people from that team last year that went to OKC, and they talk about that. Their experience at the SEC tournament. Yeah, Percy Yamas got hot. Kenzie Pickens was really good. Lexi Brady was really good. That's our last SEC tournament championship back in 2017. That's where their momentum really started to build. State team went to a regional last year. Went to Lubbock. First base side, Percy Yamas fields it on the bag. And there's out number 2. Still a 1-0 ball game. As Mississippi State strains another on the base paths.
Thank you both for filling in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
Got a customized car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing me this.
What's this, Junior?
Well, at least he spelled insurance right. Right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Ever wonder what makes Bush's Beans the best? The star of the ads, obviously. Well, it does start with family. For decades, our family has been cooking and canning only the best quality beans. Bush's Beans, make it the best.
With Wendy's new Biggie Deals, you can snack any way you want. Because I'm not just a bag, I'm one of 3 Biggie Deals you can choose from. Shotgun. Consider me a passenger princess. A Biggie Deal for any size hunger, only at Wendy's.
Password 1, 2, 3, 4.
Password.
Technology, am I right?
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
In a society that tells us to fit in, I stand out. I love to stand out with how I present myself and the way I dress. TJ Maxx is changing the game for women in sports by not making us change. TJ Maxx, what makes you, you.
Tournament is officially underway. I can't wait. Can't. I mean, it's the drama of it all begins on Tuesday. There's 13 games on SEC Network, semifinals, championship on ESPN, 15-team single elimination format, seeding based on conference win percentage, and all happens in Lexington, Kentucky, starting next Tuesday. But the drama, the homers, the elite pitching, it's the best of the best.
It's the most exciting time of the year.
It is. I know that AUSL has elite players too, but like the SEC softball is as close to professional softball as it gets. It's just so much fun. Got any bunker leads things off against Alyssa Fairclough. Right now has 5 strikeouts and has retired 9 straight. 215 strikeouts this season for Fairclough. She's first in the SEC in Ks, 7th in the nation as well. Swing and a miss, make it 6 and 216 down the year.
I mean, her pitches are just nasty. I mean, they're just filthy, and that off speed right there, being able to locate it on both sides of the plate, it's going to make it really hard for these Ole Miss hitters to get on top of it.
What pitch are you most impressed by tonight from her as she deals up and into Pickens?
Her off speed, I think, has been fantastic. I mean, in that, coming from a lefty side there, you can throw a couple of different pitches on a couple of different ways, which is a lot different. You can't do that as a right-hander. And I think that she's been able to attack these Ole Miss hitters, phenomenally. I mean, low and away, she really doesn't give up much, and I don't think we've seen a fastball from her in 4 outings, which is, can't say the same for Boyer.
Well, she started this at bat against Pickens 1-0, and that in itself has been an anomaly tonight. So many first pitch strikes. Now Pickens is down 1-2. Fairclough has thrown 34 pitches. 30 of them for strikes.
It's incredible. I mean, it separates the elite, You talk about having 2 years at Troy, getting a little bit of experience, knowing that she probably played a couple of SEC teams, but I mean, watching her really be able to come in here and command is, again, with a strikeout there, that low and away, in the dirt, it's hard. It's filthy. I mean, you can't say that she's not figured out these numbers, that's for sure.
Back-to-back strikeouts in this 4th. She fools Mackenzie Pickens, and now it's Percy Llamas at the plate. And Llamas can't connect. Looped out to third. Barbary snow-coned a looper off the bat of Llamas to end the 1st inning. That was the closest Ole Miss has been to getting a hit tonight. Llamas rolls it to first, taken care by Ernstes. 3 more retired in a row for Fairclough.
There's a volunteer you won't find anywhere else. And it's for life.
In a small town, y'all are gonna love.
Connecting hundreds of thousands of Bulldogs across the globe.
Preparing to be leaders in cybersecurity, meteorology, interior design, healthcare, and so much more. One visit is
all it takes. Just come for a day, and you'll be a bulldog for life.
Change your life. Change the world.
For the big, small, short, tall. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
To show families that Land of Frost Premium Lunch Meat has generous portions for an affordable price, we got help from AI. Oh, yes. Wow.
This is why we don't do artificial.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Password 1, 2, 3, 4. Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Emily Boyers had to pitch with runners on base in every inning, Carly, but she's stayed composed. And right now, these Bulldogs are 1-4-11 with runners on base. And the only difference was that solo home run by Marcel's. But again, composure with runners on base has been the key for Boyer.
Yeah, absolutely. Her command here, the command in the strike zone is something that she struggled with throughout the season. And watching her really kind of hone in and attack the plate, attack these pitches, throw pitches that she knows is going to work. It kind of looks like she's finally settled in a little bit more than we've seen most of the season.
Still a ball game, too. Sparbury leads off. Tonight she's 2 for 2. She's 2 of Mississippi State's 5 hits. Boyer 2, 5 strikeouts tonight. 13 times this year she's had 5 or more strikeouts in a game. Barbary back to Boyer. Atlas makes the catch. That's now 3 plays that Boyer has made by herself inside the circle. She had that line drive that she reached out for and caught. Now it's another ground out back to her.
Fielding her position to the best of her ability. At least she's keeping them in the game and not letting anything get past her. Because really the coverage there is nowhere. It's headed straight out to center field if you don't have either your second or your shortstop crashing.
It's a 1-0 game. Zion Romero takes ball 1. Singled in her last at bat. It's her 14th hit on the season. Career most for her. She's contributed most at the plate that she has in her career. And she laces this all the way to the wall. Hopefully extra bases for her too. Her 4th double on the season, and Mississippi State with another base runner in this ballgame.
She really lets that ball travel and takes that oppo right there. What a phenomenal way to capitalize on a solid pitch there from Boyer and grab a double out of that.
I mentioned Romero's just been on a heater these last 4 games. She's now 8 for 15 at the plate, including today. Ernst she also has been swinging it well lately. 0 for 2 though tonight with the strikeout. Hit 2 homers last weekend against LSU. She's hit 3 homers since March 30th. All 3 of her homers this season. High chopper to Reisner, short. And there's out number 2. Romero moves up to 3rd. It's the situational hitting right now for Mississippi State. Coming into this inning with 1 hit with runners on base.
Yeah, we talked to coaches earlier, and, long ball wasn't something that you were going to expect to see, I think, here from the Bulldogs. But, being able to string these hits and these, added bases along and together are what they're going to have to do if they want to produce some more runs than just 1 here in the bottom or top of 5.
The Bulldogs right now 3 for 5 in the leadoff spot. It's Kinley Keller pinch hitting for Anna Carter in this spot.
So 1-1 count on Keller. 2 outs in the inning.
But the Dogs 0 for 6 with runners on base. 1-1 to Keller.
Keller in the BP spot now, but will instead in the next half inning move to right field. So State will shake up that outfield like they usually do towards the middle of the ball game. Keller trying to come up clutch here. The 1-2 strike 3.
Catches the edge. 1-2. 2 outs for Keller. And Mississippi State. Freshman has 12 RBIs this year. In a big spot with the runner on third. Cut on and missed. Strike 3. Mississippi State 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Still a 1-0 game.
At Farmers, we know compromises can be compromised.
How far is this lot? You can do something a little closer. It'll be fine. It's all Great. If we jog, we might make it in time for the encore.
Sometimes saving a few bucks just isn't worth it in the long run. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings. Unless you want to get your steps in.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. If you dare to be a pizza pro, the new Stone-Baked Pizza Mode from Frigidaire is all you. Second to none for restaurant quality, it's dough to done in 2 minutes. And in the oven that dares to have the most range, it's just one of 15 plus cooking modes. Like air fry for healthier and crispy, no sweat. And steam bake, so the party spread is on point. When you dare to bring more flavor to the table, dare to expect more from your Frigidaire. There's travel and then there's seeing the world with Platinum. There's nothing like a stay that sets the standard with the largest global hotel program. Nothing like knowing in fine hotels and resorts, the complimentary breakfast starts your day. And you have more time to play with an extra night.
Melissa Fairclough has retired 12 straight Ole Miss hitters.
She's been lights out. I mean, we talked about it in the last few innings, how she's really been able to attack with these first pitch strikes. And I think, that separates the pitchers, I mean, just in comparison from, from State to Ole Miss here, is that, her ability to get ahead in the count and get ahead early means that she can kind of play around with some other pitches here. They're a little bit more what we consider trash, I mean, and be able to kind of play with some of your pitches, really establish some things as you move on into postseason.
Maddie George struck out her first time up in the second. She was strikeout victim number 3 of 7 tonight for Fairclough. 2 flyouts, 3 groundouts, 7 strikeouts. There you have it. 12 straight hitters retired for Fairclough. 1-1 to George. 21 homers this season, 56 RBIs, single season records at Ole Miss. Hitting .397. Freshman phenom. Made a ton of national recognition this week. NFC National Freshman of the Year, top 25 list too. Third ever Rebel to be named on that list. 1-2 count to George. She's hit 11 of her 21 homers in April. That's 13 games. She had 3 homers in all of March, 7 in April.
Coming into this one, that's 7th in the SEC, best in this ballpark.
This is the underrated part of her game too. Jamie Traxel telling us when she's got a 1-2 count, 0-2 count, stays composed, has professional at bats, is able to not panic. 1-2, cut on and miss.
I mean, again, not being able to lay off of that off-speed pitch there. I mean, but that's exactly where you want to place it. That really is such a beautiful pitch. I mean, when that's your count, you're, 1 and 2. it's not going to be anything over the plate. These Ole Miss hitters, if they want to start getting on base, they're going to have to learn to lay off of that.
Cassie Reisner takes strike one. Another first pitch strike by Faircloth. Sound like a broken record saying that tonight. 10 first pitch strikes, 14 batters. Off the end of the bat, still spinning, flipped to first base. Not in time. That's how it's broken up. Off the end of the bat. Reisner's safe at first.
It doesn't always have to be pretty. I mean, you know what I mean? You've got to be able to break, like you said, break something up, shift the momentum here. Reisner does a great job of outrunning that ball and situationally getting around that first baseman, not giving her an opportunity to snag that out.
4 in the third innings. A perfect softball by Faircloth. With 8 strikeouts, Reisner gets a swinging bunt down the first base line. Romero just was late to first base on the foot by Ernstes. Now that brings up Taylor Roman. Struck out back in the second. It's down to the count, 0-1. But hey, like you said, sometimes that's all it takes. Doesn't matter what it looks like. But it could be a momentum shift for Ole Miss here. You never know.
A base hit's a base hit.
Roman fouls it off.
It all goes down the same way in the books.
Well, Ole Miss just needs something to get themselves going. Because, again, 13 straight retired to begin the game. And you're thinking, well, we got two. Roman laid out. 9 strikeouts tonight. I mean, she has reached a flow state, and she's talked about that before too. Before going into games mentally, just clearing her mind, going out there, letting her body just do the same thing over and over and over again. You know, as a pitcher, when you're thinking too much about release point maybe or mechanics, that's when things go haywire.
It's the hardest part, I think, as a pitcher is to not allow your head to get in front of your game. You know, I mean, at this point, you're experienced enough. You've done this all season. You've got to trust your skill, your fundamentals, your basics. You really just go out there and do your job. You know, I mean, she knows what pitches are going to work for her, and I think she did a great job today. I mean, clearly with 9 strikeouts, placing that ball exactly where she wants to.
I believe that's our first 2-0 count of the night. That's just how good Faircloth has been as Applin fouls off the third pitch. Grounded out to second base her first time up.
2 deuces wild now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 2 outs here.
Faircloth calls time.
In the bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Mississippi State.
Faircloth said if she believes it, thinking too much can just lead to hesitation. Faircloth saying, can't worry about the overall score or her previous mistakes. Just narrow the focus down strictly to the next pitch. Trying to do that here against Applin. The 2-2 is now a full count.
Which is her first of the game. I don't think we've seen her get this deep into counts.
10-2.
First payoff pitch of the night for Faircloth. First hit, first base runner for Ole Miss, number 20, Cassie Reisner. After Faircloth retired 13 straight hitters. Struck out 8 of the 13. Seventh pitch of the at-bat. Just barely nicked by Applin. Enters today in a 3-game hit streak. Applin, her season long is 5. That was to start the month of April. Caught K for Faircloth. 5 innings.
I mean, the hard part here is she's deep in that count. You watch her paint that outside corner. I mean, it's just a beautiful job there, and she absolutely pulls Applin.
Farmers, we know
Great. If we jog, we might make it in time for the encore.
sometimes saving a few bucks just isn't worth it in the long run. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings. Unless you want to get your steps in.
We are farmers. Bum, bum, bum,
If you dare to be a pizza pro, the new stone-baked pizza mode from Frigidaire is all you. Second to none for restaurant quality, it's dough to done in 2 minutes. And in the oven that dares to have the most range, it's just one of 15 plus cooking modes. Like air fry for healthier and crispy, no sweat. And steam bake, so the party spread is on point. When you dare to bring more flavor to the table, dare to expect more from your oven. Frigidaire. There's flying, and then there's getting more out of travel with Platinum. Get to the airport and make yourself comfortable with fresh sushi in Tokyo, a delicious cocktail in Atlanta, or even a soothing cup of tea in London. Enjoy thoughtfully curated dining with exceptional service to match worldwide. With access to the largest global airport lounge network, there's nothing like Platinum.
Right at the top half of the sixth. 1-0 ball game. Ourselves was leading off the sixth inning. Solo home run to begin the second inning. There's your difference. Ole Miss got their first hit of the ball game last inning in the bottom half of the fifth. It's been a pitcher's duel between Faircloth and Boyer. Faircloth with 10 strikeouts. Now tonight, Boyer has 6. Sells, we talked about that homer in the second. Her 14th on the year, which leads Mississippi State. Grounded out back to Boyer, her last time up in the third. And it's 2-0 to start. Mississippi State games in SEC play have tended to be low scoring. And in fact, State games averages under 7 combined runs between both teams per game. The rest of the SEC is nearly 9 combined runs per game in league play. You test that's a really good pitching.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've watched it kind of. That's been their number most of this year. They're not very hot offensively, but I mean they're able to string together enough runs to produce some wins there for the Bulldogs. But I think today you've watched Boyer also have a solid outing today here in the circle. I mean, she seems to be arguably the only player that's really had much traction.
State sits at 3, Tennessee, South Carolina below them. Adjustment by Sells to stay alive. Boyer's just made one mistake. And that was against this young woman at the plate. Other than that, she's been really good. She has had to pitch around a traffic jam of some sort in every inning. But those innings could have really unraveled for Boyer, which you've seen time and time again for Boyer that has unfolded in the past. So far, not the case. It's one of Jamie Traxell's keys for the weekend. Limit the free passes. Because it's really hard to outscore your own mistakes.
I mean, it is. You've watched the state team here be able to produce 6 hits and to Ole Miss's 1. I mean, you know, you've got to arguably say that their offense has got to start seeing the ball a little bit better.
Both throw to Yamas, and there's out number 1 to begin this 6th inning. Hey, Sunday, the Rally Cap crew will break down the SEC baseball and softball weekend. Highlights, analysis, and interviews. We'll also get you set for the upcoming week. We'll look at the best matchups. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, right here in the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Dari Haley and our Really good friend, David DeLucci, on Rally Cap. Really enjoy watching them. You have one State fan out there in right center, surrounded by Ole Miss fans. So far, that's going well for him. We'll see. It's a chilly night in Oxford. Needs some sleeves. Although they look cordial, they're probably buddies, but there's some sort of friendly wager on this game between them, right?
Right. I mean, it's Mississippi. It could be related.
Thanksgiving gets a little awkward sometimes with the Egg Bowl. And for certain families, though, there are some houses divided.
That's my favorite time of year.
Morgan Bernardini, 0 for 2 today, reached on an error by Ryan Starr her last time up.
Bye.
3-0 count from Boyer. 3-1. Boyer has walked the most hitters in league play at 61 coming into today. Has only walked one hitter tonight. Second base. Foul number 2. Not really the pitch you want to swing at on a 3-1 count.
It's not. I mean, I'm a little surprised here, but I think, too, with just one run up on the board, they're going to be a little bit more aggressive. I feel like they're going to press a little bit more here. And when you're playing the other state team, I mean, it's tough.
Des Rivera, single and a fielder's choice today. 2 outs, nobody on. Samantha Ricketts was saying that, too, that they've relied on their pitching to get them some wins this year, too. And in a lot of games, they just haven't mustered enough offense to win contests. I mean, tonight the pitching's been really good by Faircloth, but Ole Miss is able to connect on some hits. Who knows how it could go?
Wildlife.
2-1. It's about believing in yourself at the plate, right? Trusting that you're a good hitter. Trust your coaching.
I think you go up there with a plan. I mean, not that I was much of a hitter, but I threw against plenty. Majority of the time, you knew that they came up to bat with a solid plan.
Out to right. Manny George initially took the wrong angle, but adjusts. Makes the catch for round number 3. It's the first time all night that Bentley Boyer goes 1-2-3.
Farmers, we know compromises can be compromising.
How far is this lot? You couldn't pay for something a little closer? It'll be fine. It's all walking distance. Great. If we jog, we might make it in time for the encore.
Sometimes saving a few bucks just isn't worth it in the long run. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings. Unless you want to get your steps in.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
In life and in business, the goalposts often move. But at Accenture, we say, game on. Because whatever goal you're heading for, together, we'll get there.
There's going out to eat, and then there's going all out with Platinum. Be among the first to know when tables open on Resi with Priority Notify. Make the most of up to $400 in Resi credit by sampling the menu over and over again. And show your friends what the hype's all about with Platinum Nights. With dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants.
Melissa Faircloth with 10 strikeouts tonight. It's the 8th game this year she's recorded 10 or more strikeouts, and 3rd in conference play. Now back-to-back starts, she has struck out 10 hitters. Just remarkable. She struck out 11 in the series opener against LSU. Her career high is 14. She's done that 3 times all this year. Last time she did that was in mid-March against UAB. Rachel Connors. Pinch hit for Ole Miss. Jamie Traxel wants to get a different batter up there for Ryan Starr, who struck out back in the 3rd inning. And 0-1 count to start to the Chandler, Arizona native. He's been playing more this season than her freshman year, 37 games. This is number 38 for her. Down on the count, 0-2. It's been a nice spark of energy off the bench a couple times this season. However, she started the last 5 games for Ole Miss and 9 in the month of April. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Faircloth with 11 strikeouts.
Again, with that off speed, I mean, it's not a pitch that you can't foul off. I mean, if you had swung at that, you'd gone down looking. Either way, could have ended in a strikeout, but that off speed is just filthy.
That bench has a lot to boogie down to. Taylor Malvin. Just her 2nd plate appearance tonight, and it comes in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
When you're dealing 3 up, 3 down, I mean, you're not going to have very many opportunities at the plate.
Ole Miss has 1 hit tonight. Faircloth started this game retiring 13 straight. She had struck out 8 of 13, 8 of the 13. 1-2 to Malvin. And Cassie Reisner broke up the perfect bid on a ball that was swirling down the first base line, a swinging bunt that the first baseman Ernstis just could not get to in time. Malvin pulls it down. Romero was late covering first base. Honestly, it was one of those things where you just don't practice those sometimes because
you can't.
It was just that rare. Halfway down the line, and it had the wicked spin on it. Maybe it could have spun foul, but I don't know, maybe it hit an anthill in State Fair. You never know. Faircloth has thrown a dandy, but it's still a 1-0 game. 1 swing. She makes 1 mistake against this Ole Miss offense that's been hitting it a lot better in April. This is a different game. Outside corner. 2. Rebels have hit 75 homers this year, breaking the record they set last year at 67. Easy for back to the top of the order. Kennedy Bunker. Right, this offense, again, they're running into a buzzsaw tonight.
I mean, it's tough. What she's throwing them isn't easy to hit. I mean, unless you've worked on it, which I assume they have all week, it's hard to prepare for because you really don't know what she's throwing you or what could be coming your way. And I think that's been stellar for her today in the circle.
First time around, 0 for 9 with 5 strikeouts. The second time around, Ole Miss 1 for 9 with that single and 5 strikeouts. And came out of the hand wrong of Faircloth, and Bunker gets hit by the pitch.
You were talking about capitalizing on mistakes. This is one of those opportunities for Ole Miss, for the Ole Miss Rebels. I mean, you haven't seen that a lot from Faircloth, and Bunker does a really great job of staying in the box there and taking what she can while she can get it.
And that can happen to the best of them inside the circle. Just
she's been lights out. I mean, the whole game, I mean, you expect a couple mistakes here and there, and she's not going to give you very many. So, I mean, what I think is extremely important for the Rebels here is that they capitalize on some of these mistakes, shift that momentum. It is just a 1-run game here.
Mackenzie Pickens can change things with the swing of the bat. Ole Miss's coaches are getting together. You saw on your screen just a moment ago. Jamie Traxel called time. Morgan Cleveland, first base. She's the one nearest to you on the screen. Bobby Buchanan on the left, and Jamie Traxel in the visor.
I wondered if she was going to throw in a pinch runner here. Be hard to do.
And there are 2 outs, but with Mackenzie Pickens at the plate, one of Ole Miss's best hitters. The numbers haven't shown it this year, but Pickens all last year was incredible for Ole Miss. It's Alexa Rosales. Pickens, even though, yes, statistically it's been a down year, the SEC knows what she can do. She's 13 RBIs in all 13 games in April. Up from the 4 she had in March, which was 19 games. March at 276, she struck out twice tonight, has not seen it well. Third time through, we'll see. Disgusting pitch, 1-1. Now 1-2 to Pickens. She's 8 for 20 at the plate in the last 2 weeks. Two from Fairclough. Called! Hey, yeah.
With these new Biggie deals, you can snack any way you want. Because I'm not just a bag, I'm one of 3 Biggie deals you can choose from. Shotgun. Consider me a passenger princess. A Biggie deal for any size hunger, only at Wendy's.
In a society that tells us to fit in, I stand out. I'm Alona Mar, and I'm a professional rugby player. One of my taglines is Be True to Brains. To me, fashion allows me to show the beauty part, whereas on the field, I love to show that beast part. I love to stand out with how I present myself and the way I dress. I don't think I fit a mold, so I'm just going to make my own. TJ Maxx has changed the game for women in sports by not making us change. TJ Maxx. Max, what makes you, you.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the big crispy chicken sandwich that's so big the McDonald's McCrispy has nowhere to hide. Oh, never mind. It was hiding right there. Hey, little fella. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
At Farmers, we know compromises can be compromising.
How far is this lot? You couldn't pay for something a little closer?
It'll be fine. It's all walking distance. Great. If we jog, we might make it in time for the encore.
Sometimes saving a few bucks just isn't worth it in the long run. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings. Unless you want to get your steps in.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Mississippi State, 24-0 this season. These 2 arch rivals. Mississippi State has won the last 3 series. This game last year, Game 1, was decided on a walk-off home run by Jesse Blaine on a Super Bulldog weekend, and then Mississippi State shut out Ole Miss the next game, 3-0 to seal the series. Grassel leads off this 7th, bounces the first pitch foul, and Boyer begins this 7th with an 0-1 count. To the center fielder in her first collegiate start, Greta Grassel. Native of Wisconsin. Grassel. Last inning for Boyer. She's got the dogs to go in order. 2 ground outs, a fly out. She's pitched with traffic on the base pass, which pretty much all night.
I think today's been one of the most solid outings that you've seen from Boyer. She's made some adjustments and kind of dialed in a little bit more, almost like a different pitcher than we've seen most of the year. I mean, she struggled with walks, and I mean, at least today, most of those have been earned.
Talking about the walks, she's only walked 1 hitter tonight. She leads the SEC in walks. Should clarify, leads the SEC in league play in walks. Also leads the conference in homers allowed too.
Oh, why?
Misses outside. 2-2.
2-2.
The only difference in this game is Kiara Sells' solo home run in the second. Ole Miss only has 1 hit. They've had 2 base runners. And the situational hitting, too, has been a bugaboo for Mississippi State. 1 for 13 tonight with runners on base, 0 for 7 with them in scoring position.
That's tough. I mean, they've had multiple opportunities here to provide a little bit more cushion, you know, for their stellar Befair Cloth outing, but sometimes that's all it takes. All it is a 1-run game, and that's it.
High bouncer to Pickens. State is back topside. They would love to get just another insurance run here if they can. Because if you're Ole Miss, you have Percy Amos, Manny George, Cassie Reisner due up in the bottom of the 7th. All 3 of those hitters, Ole Miss's best home run hitters, with the highest averages 2 on the team. Morgan Stiles takes strike 1. 0 for 3 today with the strikeout and also a fly out. Comes into the weekend just 5 hits away from 100 for her career. She's just a sophomore.
Good, 1-1. Hey,
3-1 from Boyer.
Oh, what?
Second walk of the night from Boyer. Now Barbary comes up with 2 singles today. She's 2 for 3. And with 2 of Mississippi State's 6 hits tonight. Jamie Traxel pops out of her dugout. Chatting to her defense. Not sure who. Here comes a circle visit from Bunker. What would you want your catcher to say to you here? Since, you know, you're only okay with the catcher calling timeouts for you.
For the most part, I mean, you know, usually here it's more of just kind of like checking in, you know, gauging the temperature. Where are you at? How do you feel? You haven't thrown, you know, she's thrown a completely different game, I feel like, today than we've seen her throw for a lot of the games this season, especially here in the SEC. You know, right here, I think you're just kind of checking in. What can you do? How do you feel? You only have a couple of outs left. 2.
Ali Supan into pinch run for Stiles. Supan, true freshman, Phoenix City, Alabama. This is game number 38 for her. She's scored 14 runs this year. On the ground to second base. Pickens flips it wide. State looking for more insurance in the top half of the 7th. Another error by Ole Miss defensively in this game. And this is just a bad throw by Pickens.
Not familiar either. It's not something you typically see from her.
Challenging the runner on first base, left early. The following play is under review.
Whoa.
All right, they're going to check to see if Supan left first base early. Pickens, you're kind of hoping here that Supan did, the pinch runner.
Right.
It's close.
It is really close.
That little flick by Pickens. Here's our first look at Hawkeye, the SEC's video review system. Mississippi State gets a look at Bentley. They think this call's going to stand. If you're Jamie Traxel, though, use it or lose it.
She said it's close.
Here's Baptiste.
After the opponent is confirmed, the runner did not leave early. That's Ole Miss's first challenge. They have one challenge remaining.
Little celebration by Supan. Ole Miss with one challenge remaining. Here's the kicker, though, if you're Mississippi State. You're 0 for 7 tonight with runners in scoring position. Not saying you desperately need insurance here because Faircloth has been so good, but boy, it would feel so much nicer to get a couple in here.
As a pitcher, there's nothing more that you want than to watch your team kind of show up for you as much as you've shown up for them. You know, she's had such a stellar outing today in the circle. There's no better repayment here than by being able to give your team at least a couple of more runs.
Romero takes strike one. And we talked about Romero coming on in the month of April. She did this against Texas A&M. A grand slam back on April the 19th against the Aggies. This is why she's in the lineup. Not just tonight, but after that. State fans know she could do some damage here. That grand slam and a 10-9 loss to A&M. She finished that game with 5 RBIs. Then she went 2 for 3 in both games, 2 and 3 against LSU. Hit a 2-run home run in the first inning, and game 2 as well to go up 5-1. Romero has a single and a double tonight. 3-1 to her. Insurance runs for the Dogs on second and third, who are hitless today with runners in scoring position. Romero, too, back from injury. Missed 14 games earlier this year. Making up for lost time his last 4 games. Upstairs for strike 3. Massive second out for Boyer, who's hoping to keep this a one-run game.
Again, with those adjustments, you watch her really just paint that corner right there. And there's no better out than you want right now with runners in scoring position and keeping those Bulldogs from scoring another run.
She's pitched flawlessly with traffic on the base pass tonight, has only allowed a solo home run. Ernst says another bat that was really good in the LSU series that Coach Ricketts has decided to start tonight. 4 for 9 in that series win, with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. 2 3-run homers last weekend against the Tigers. Check swing foul on the third base line. Now Boyer 1 strike away from stranding 2 more. Trying to keep this a one-run game. A against a red-hot hitter in Ernstus at the plate. A loop, third base side. The Dogs straight at two. And keeps this a one-run game. Reynolds down to the last 3 outs. Their best hitters at the plate will be back in Oxford.
There isn't one thing that makes the SEC special. There are a million different things. The students, the legends, the fans, the passions, the traditions. And when it all comes together, it just means more.
Attacks don't look like attacks. That's the point. Disguised as a trusted face, familiar voice, or team request. You see business as usual. Double sees through the act. Repeating patterns, connected attacks. We turn detection into disruption. Stopping strike swiftly. Evolving human resilience. And building stronger defense with every fight. Doppel. Outpacing what's next in social engineering.
With this new privacy display, we decide what's private and what we share.
Cut the defense, guys.
Oh, I got you, bro. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the big crispy chicken sandwich that's so big the McDonald's McCrispy has nowhere to hide. Oh, never mind. It was hiding right there. Hey, little fella. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
The only difference in this game is a solo home run by Kiara Sells in the second inning to lead it off. Ole Miss down to their final 3 outs in the bottom half of the 7th in the series opener between these two in-state rivals with their 3 best hitters. 2 up this inning in Percy Yamas, Matty George, Cassie Reisner. Keller is out in right field for Mississippi State, the lone defensive substitution for Coach Ricketts in this 7th. Yamas leads off. Derek Falk going for the complete game. 1-0 to start.
The
kicker 2 here is that Yamas, George, and Reisner combined for 1 hit tonight. It's Reisner's little squibber that's somehow stayed fair halfway down the first base line that broke up Alyssa Faircloth's perfect game. Yamas 1-2. She's the only one who's not struck out tonight. Yamas. Check that. 1 of 2 Ole Miss hitters who has not struck out at least once tonight. One of those hitters is in the hole. Look at Alyssa Faircloth is 1 strikeout away from tying her career high with 14. Which she has done 3 times this year. Looking for the shutout. It'd be her 2nd of the year. George is way out in front.
1-1.
Ole Miss's leader in hits, homers, RBIs, slugging percentage. This is who you want to play for Ole Miss.
It is. I mean, you've got to have, what you'd like to see is a little bit more of your offense putting up numbers just like that, not just having 1 or 2 to rely on.
NCAA National Freshman of the Year, top 25 list, George. Chance of Jorge from her dugout. Delayed call, strike 2. 11 of Georgia's 21 homers this year have come in April.
Again, she's just kept these Ole Miss hitters off of their toes the whole time. I mean, you see the shake of the head there from Maddie George, and she knew it was coming. It's the hardest part, is being able to establish whether or not that's an off-speed pitch or if that's coming in.
Ties her career high that was tied again against UAB back on March the 18th. 0-1 start to Reisner. This is only hit tonight.
And
2-1 is blooped down the right field line and foul. 2-2.
Wouldn't be surprised here if we see a little off speed. It's a solid go-to pitch for her, and you know, you're hopeful if you're Reisner here that you can either one establish it, lay off of it, or at least
Fairclough's last shutout was actually when she last tied her career high 14 strikeouts on March the 18th. Two count. Reisner down to her last strike in the series opener. And a payoff coming up. She ties her career high 14 strikeouts. Had a perfect game bid through 4 1/3. And she shuts out the in-state rival Ole Miss Rebels for a Game 1 winner in Oxford.
I mean, yeah, she did a great job today. You hope that, you know, if you're Ole Miss, that you make some adjustments, you kind of settle in and at least go back and look at some of the pitches that you saw today, and at least not make the mistake tomorrow by taking a lot of those pitches or swinging and missing at some balls that may not have been called.
Jack Robertson, the phenom, directed it. Jim Holder produced it. Got the best crew in the SEC who took care of us tonight. The Dogs are a winner in Game 1, 1-0 over Ole Miss. And we'll talk to you tomorrow night. The Rebels look to tie up the series. State looks to clinch. For Carly Hummel, I'm Jake Cremata saying so long from Oxford. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
In a society that tells us to fit in, I stand out. I love to stand out with how I present myself and the way I dress. TJ Maxx is changing the game for women in sports by not making us change. TJ Maxx. Maxx, what makes you, you.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's is now available with the Big Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Yeah, that looks pretty good. But do you still get bottomless chips and salsa? Okay, and what about a bottomless drink? Sure, but answer this. Is Chili's Big Crispy Sandwich bigger than McDonald's McCrispy? Oh, well, yeah, that is way bigger. So all of that deliciousness is still just $10.99? Fast food is not gonna like this. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With Mounjaro, 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people lost up to 25 pounds.
Get Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your ear, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. And before schedule procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. Get to know Mounjaro at Mounjaro.com. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Mounjaro.
Lunch with the family just got way easier. With 3 biggie deals to choose from, everyone can get what they want. Hey, watch the braids. There's enough to go around. Biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Hey, so good
Oh, just like somebody on the app. Like them in real life. Seems like you want her. Just go up to her. Say hello. Legendary moments stopping the light. It's the
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No artificial sweeteners. And 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?